During an oil change a while back, I found I was losing a considerable amount of oil, so I dropped all the underside covers, and I was quite surprised how much oil I found on there. So then I started trying to find where the oil came from. Wasn't easy, but I ended up tracking it back. As you can see in this footage here, there's a line that heads up the side of the engine. Couldn't actually tell exactly where it was coming from, but after doing a fair bit of reading, it looks like the oil filter housing gasket was probably the culprit. So bit the bullet, bought the gasket and changed it, and luckily it was the right thing, and it was leaking quite a bit of oil. This is the gasket to replace. It's the gasket that sits behind the oil filter and oil filling point, which is down here, which is going to take a bit of work to get to, including loosening the main fan belt, taking out the alternator and things like that. So we'll work our way in and get to that. We'll remove the cover. So we'll take this cover off. It's just got the two 27 stars there, one here, one there. Now I'll loosen this fan belt here, which the tensioner pulley is down in this area. I'll move the camera so you can see that better. It uses a 16mm, so put that on an arm and lever it. There's also a pin just above it, which will also show you a better view to lock it in place once you move it. That's the bolt I was referring to just here. It's a 16mm, we'll lever it and watch it loosen up. See if I was loosening the belt, it'll do that. So that's the point where you want to put the drill bit. It's a 4mm drill bit or something of a similar size. Move this quite a long way over so you can see how far down I've pushed it. This pin will go all the way in now and holds it in place. Done. Now we can take the belts off. Now there's a couple of wires to take off. This one here, which has a pin in the back, so if you push that pin in, the whole unit slips out. Now we'll just take these ones off. Now, don't just leave them flopping around, there shouldn't be power to them, but just tape them up or disconnect your battery completely. That's a 12mm nut. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to now loosen this intake. It's just a clip here. Lift that up with a screwdriver and it'll just slide off. It's just giving me that bit more movement out of the way. Okay, on here got a couple of 16s as well. There's the second bolt for the alternator just there. Still 16mm. I'm going to fully remove this inlet pipe now. It's it'll make it a lot easier to get it out of the way. Remove this clip here. Just push this in. You can see the little clip, and once that's pushed in, it just slides off. And underneath you can see the clip here. Just lever that down. And then so that was badly sewn, but once that's fully out, this just pops off. Okay, so we've got 3 bolts here now to take off. 1, 2, 3. That will loosen off this wiring plus these sensors here allow us to get to the bolts that hold this unit on. So we'll get it out now. Just unclip this one. Clip this, make it a bit easier to move. Okay. Unit out of the way. These are the bolts I need to get to. There's one down there, which the unit's made visible. There's one further up, which you can just see through the gap there. Get the light to it. Through there. There's one up top on the other side. Not the shiny silver one, the one underneath. And then there's another one, so I can't visually see yet, which is down in there, which I just need to make sure I can get access to it already. There's a fifth bolt, of course, right down the bottom there. I'll just come out from there and you'll see where it is located. Now, about 4 bolts to get to here, which I showed earlier where they were. It's a bit hard to see from the angle you're on now, but one down here, one at the top there, and then one underneath I've got to get to. I'll do the best I can to not get in the way of the shot. That's one. Okay, we're going to try with a quarter-inch drive system instead. A bit more compact. I should be able to squeeze its way in. Okay, we're on. Okay, that one. Underneath this way. There it goes. Bugger. Okay. watching out for the wires hanging off it. Still got one here. Just got to get past this. Ah, there we go. Just clip that off. Same as the last one, but I'm going to have to lose it with my fingers. There we go. There's the unit, and that's where the potential oil leak is. Alrighty, so that's where it was. Heap of oil there at the bottom. I'm going to assume some of it's from leaking, maybe some just from taking the unit off, but definitely give that a clean up, and then put the new gasket on and tie it all up, tighten it all up. As I said at the beginning, make sure you drop the fluids, otherwise you're likely to, or you'll lose it all there and potentially get some in your oil. So definitely do that before you start. See the raised edge? Let's just pop in. Okay, let's clean up the other part. Right, it's a pretty good clean. Now be careful how much you swing this thing around, because there's lots of pockets, unusually angled pockets in here, and if you tilt it certain ways the oil just starts running, so it's best to make sure you drain as much as you can, otherwise it's all going to run down and out on you in the process of getting it back in. So it's in here without damaging the gasket. All that running oil everywhere, nice. No, there goes the gasket, came off. Okay, that was a bit of a pain, but we got there in the end. This is hand tight for now. Look at the torque settings to do that all properly shortly. To get this to stick better, I'm going to Put a bit around the bolt so that it sits better inside the socket. I'll try and find the hole. Well, that's the hole in one go like that. I'll find a lotto ticket. That was a hole, no way. Okay, done. Wow, okay. Now let's torque them up. Okay, being a gasket, you want to torque it correctly so you get everything even, not too hard, not too soft, otherwise you end up leaking again. So torque wrench 22 Newton meters is the torque setting for these. There you go.
This is the battery.
I think so.
You got a 10 mil?
Do what?
10 mil?
There's some here. There's a socket that's. Okay, just plug in the bottom of the oil filter, pull this little metal clip out so you can get on alright. Pop it all in. This just goes back on the side. This is on nice and easy. Put this back on. $10 mil. This just pops up once it's all properly in. It's just done. Very easy, and the bottom's the same. Put the wire head here, which I now have to find the clip for, otherwise it's going to fall off.